Well, Alex, you explain why as only you can, and we do appreciate that so much. Beyond what Cedric has done against the slider this year, what else has impressed you? Where else has he stood out from everybody else?
Yeah, there's a lot of really unique things that he's doing that's making him really one of the best players in baseball right now. And I do want to start actually with a little bit more about that slider I brought up in that base hits video, how he is the only one hitting over 400 on sliders. But average isn't necessarily perfect, right? Average doesn't provide you with a lot of nuance. A single and a home run show up the exact same way for average, right? WOBA, or weighted on base average, is going to give you a little bit more nuance, going to be more reflective of actual performance. Not only does he have the highest average against sliders, he also has the highest WOBA against sliders, beating Ronald Acuna. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's also a pretty good baseball player, which is really impressive. This also is not a feast or famine approach for him, too, when it comes to the sliders. He's not necessarily selling out for power when it comes to sliders. He has the 11th best swinging strike rate against that pitch. I also found this pretty funny. He has 14 home runs on the year. Let's say every hit he had happened in Yankee Stadium, he would actually have 23 home runs. That's, I understand there's a lot of nuance there. What do you mean? Why would you say that? He doesn't play every game in Yankee Stadium. That just proves that those power numbers are actually for real. There's no smoke and mirrors here. Cedric Mullins is the real deal.
Yeah, he's been amazing. So has Ryan Mountcastle in the month of June, Alex. What has been special about Ryan over the last month?
Yeah, it's so funny. I almost feel a little bit bad for Ryan, right? Because Mullins has been getting all this attention, and Mountcastle's been fantastic in the month of June, slashing 327, 382, 634 with 9 home runs, 26 RBI, actually leads the team. One of the big differences that I noticed is he was able to lay off the breaking pitches much more successfully in June. Coming into June, he had a 26% swinging strike rate on breaking pitches. That dropped down below 20% in June, which is actually a pretty significant change. In that time, he's actually started performing markedly better against all breaking pitches. He had a 289 WOBA before on breaking pitches. He jumped that up to 447 in June. And one of the most exciting things that I noticed about Ryan Mountcastle, there's this great metric called max exit velocity. And there's a lot of great writers talking about it, like Alex Chamberlain. Without getting into the nitty-gritty of it too much, guys who often have high max exit velocities possess more power. So it's important when a player sets a new max exit velocity too, that can mean that those power gains are sustainable. Last year, it was at 108.2 for Mountcastle. This year, it's up to 114.6. That is in the top 6% of the league, which is great to see.
Wow. Well, Ryan Mountcastle is a rookie. So is Rule 5 pick Tyler Wells. He has come on hard over the last 6 or so weeks, Alex. Why?
There's so much. I mean, I think overall it's probably that fantastic fastball slider combination, which isn't something new for the Orioles bullpen. We've seen that with guys like Tanner Scott, for example. Something that really stuck out to me, he threw 14 1/3 in June. He didn't walk a single batter. He actually led the team with a whopping 35% strikeout rate in that time frame. He had a 176 batting average against and a spotless 0.63 whip. All of those metrics led the team. That slider is such a fantastic weapon for him, coming in with a 20% swinging strike rate. Something impressive. He's only given up 2 extra base hits on that slider over 135 thrown. He's looks like he's got a nice future with Baltimore for sure.
Exciting to think about. Always enlightening. Alex Fast, the VP of Pitcher List. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.